You're back on the Sea Morning Show. Now let's talk about one of my favorite animals. Did you know that orangutans are the world's largest arboreal mammals? They are also endemic to the island of Kalimantan and Sumatra. And aside from Indonesia, approximately 15% of the orangutan population can be found in Malaysian territory, such as Sabah and also Sarawak.
Orangutans also play a vital role in seed dispersal as they consume a wide variety of fruits. Not just that, they're also beneficial for the tropical and rainforest ecosystem, and we can protect various species of flora and fauna just by safeguarding orangutans.
And there is one conservation group in Indonesia called Borneo Orangutan Survival Foundation, or BOSF atau BOSF, which aims to protect orangutans and prevent their extinction.
To find out more about them, we are now joined by Borneo Orangutan Survival Foundation Deputy CEO Anton Nur Cahyo here in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
How are you? Thank you.
I'm fine. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming to our studio.
Thank
No
you for
worries at all,
coming
ma'am.
here. Now, Mas Anton, can you explain more about this Borneo Orangutan Survival Foundation?
Okay, so Borneo Orangutan Survival Foundation is established in 1991. Our founders, Dr. Willie Smith and the late Mr. Peter Kaksono.
Okay.
And but in 1998,
1998.
it changed into Borneo Orangutan Survival Foundations. In the past, initially the name was Balikpapan Orangutan Society.
Balikpapan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This because of, in 1999, we have another program in Central Kalimantan. So we established in East Kalimantan, in Sambuca, then we have a program in Central Kalimantan in 1999.
Okay.
And then in 2002, we started another new program in Central Kalimantan again. And the youngest one is our restorasi hutan untuk orangutan in East Kalimantan. So we are a local NGO.
Local NGO.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Belong
the
to
region is Borneo,
Indonesians.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Kalimantan.
so Mas Anton, you can share more with us why in the first place that this foundation cares so much about the orangutan. Probably you can share the story behind the founders are preserving orangutans since the very started until now.
Yeah, I'm sure that it has relations into the visions and the passions of our founders. Yeah, I heard the story that in the past, Mr. Willie Smith came across to someone that sell orangutan in the market, and then he saved the baby orangutans.
In the market, in the
Yeah,
local
in the
market.
past, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's how this foundation started. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's from the founders. How about you, Mas Anton? What made you believe that you wanna save orangutan?
Again, you already mentioned nicely about the importance of orangutan to the environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are seed disperser.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also they truly, we can learn a lot from them. We are genetically close to them.
We're also
We able to learn about zoonotic diseases, etc., that may harm us
Yeah.
through a study deeply into the ecology of orangutan. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why, for me, they are
They're
important.
very important. But what made you wanna act in BOSF? What made you wanna join BOSF?
Now are you questioning my
Your experience.
Yeah, experience,
Because
yeah.
the experience
Yeah.
of people are always different, right? I
Yeah.
like dogs because I know I can relate to them. What made you feel like you have to save them?
when I was so little, my father used to took me to walking in the morning or in the weekend. We did bushwalking together because of behind of my village, hillies. Yeah, like if you know Prambanan.
Prambanan?
Yeah, if you
it's very beautiful.
on the south side, you will see hills, right?
Yeah.
So we used to walk there, and my father taught me about the name of local animals, the animals in our local language.
Yeah.
And then I started to learn about nature through my father.
Wow.
And then when I was in university, I took forest resource conservation as my
Major.
yeah. It is in Faculty of Forestry. And then when I did my master, I also did research on distributions and populations of primates across plantations and also in the forest.
Okay.
For my undergrad, I did research on the behavior of siamang. So I follow them in the morning to evening
Wow.
every single day.
Okay.
And then when I did my doctoral degree, I'm studying the morphology of orangutan.
Wow. So basically, you have a lot of concern for
Yeah.
the nature and also the animal itself. So speaking about orangutans, how big are the current orangutan populations in Indonesia, specifically in Kalimantan, and what is the status of orangutans in Indonesia?
Until today,
Yes.
scientists believe that this is based on the scientific research, there are 3 species of orangutan, Bornean orangutan, and then Sumatran orangutan. The latest one is the Tapanuli orangutan. So Bornean has the largest populations, around 57,000, and then the Sumatran about 11,000, and Tapanuli orangutan around 800.
Oh, okay.
So all protected by the government of Indonesia, and their status in IUCN, they are critically endangered.
Critically endangered.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, we also want to know about the programs in BOSF. What is the program's biggest challenge, and how does BOSF secures the future of wild orangutans here in Indonesia?
So we translated our vision and missions into 4 core strategies. First is orangutan conservations in terms of rehabilitations and reintroductions. So we, rescue the orangutan
the
with the government and then rehabilitate them and then send them back into the forest.
Oh, okay. That's
Second is sanctuary care, because there are orangutans that not able to be released because certain issues, health and disabled, something like that.
mentally.
And then we have to then look after them until the rest of the day. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So then we build enclosure to meet with animal welfare standard for them to be happy in our care. And then the third is habitat protections.
Habitat protections. Okay.
The last one is community development and education.
Okay.
So that's all of our programs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
So, speaking about education, do you have certain education that the people in the world needs to know about orangutan?
Yeah. This is before pandemic. Before pandemic, we have a program called Orangutan Goes to School.
Okay.
So in the last 5 years before pandemic, we worked together with more than 70 schools, and reached more than 3,000 of students. But when we are talking about this community development itself, we are also working with more than 50 villages around of our program.
Wow. Okay.
So if we are talking on how we reach or give awareness to people, I think we not doing the best one, but we try our best.
You
Okay.
try.
And also we always give opportunity to student, for example, to have internship in our place,
Oh,
Wow.
such as the veterinarian students.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
also we have maybe until today we have hundreds of volunteers as well.
Wow.
You know,
So, Mas Anton, since BOSF is the one of the largest conservation foundation to preserve orangutan, what have your organization achieved so far?
So yeah, until today, in the last 10 years, yeah, in the last 10 years, so we released 376 orangutan in Central Kalimantan and 121 in East Kalimantan. So in total, this year maybe we will reach 500.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe, hopefully, yeah,
Yeah.
cross fingers.
Yeah.
And then in Central Kalimantan, there are 20 babies born in the wild, and 7
news.
in East Kalimantan. Yeah. But again, I mentioned about the four core strategies. Yeah. So in wild orangutan protections, and when we are talking about this, then we are talking about Mammals conservation program.
Yeah.
So we, with the government, and the moment, manage, the Mereka project, where there are about 1,500 wild orangutan there. So we trying to rehabilitate and restore that pit swamp forest. So until today, I think with Sambuca Lestari, because Sambuca Lestari, we in East Kalimantan, we purchased the land piece by piece. It was grassland, and in those two areas, I think more than 1 million of trees were already planted.
Wow.
And in East Kalimantan, in Sambuca, where in the past really grassland, now the wild animals such as hornbill and deer and other primates already came to our forest.
Nice.
Amazing.
Back into the Mammals conservation program. In that area, we blocked more than 178 of canals, because when the Mereka project established, they built big canals, and then there are tertiary canals. So in the way we trying to rewetting that land, so will be less forest fire, and then the survival rate of the replanting program will higher. Then we have to block the canals.
Okay.
Yeah, and I already mentioned 170 something, and there are in that area the dams that we built, I think close to 800.
Wow, okay.
Wow, that's a
So
good
you
news.
guys made a home for them. Made
All
habitat.
done by working together with the communities
That's
and,
nice.
and the government.
Yeah.
And also, to understand better of the orangutan, we manage that research stations with university, National University, UNAS, and then Rutgers. So we run a research stations, and in pit swamp ecology monitoring, it considered one of the longest pit swamp ecology monitoring in the world, maybe because more than 10 years continuous research there to understand the pit swamp ecology, and there are some manuals already made that then being used by others, such as on fire monitoring and environmental monitoring in pit swamp forest. We are working with various organizations, with LAPAN, and then IPB,
I see.
RMIT, CSIRO, NASA, Maryland University,
Wow.
and etc.
Wow.
So basically,
so
it's very important to work together,
Yes.
not only with the foundation and the people itself, but the government and the local community
Yes.
and other community as well to support, because orangutans, especially in Borneo, in Kalimantan, in Sumatra, especially in Indonesia, is really is having important role to keep our nature,
course.
to our nature and the conservation itself.
Yeah.
So, Mas Anton, you mentioned earlier it's really important to have that kind of awareness that orangutan existence is really important for us as well. How did you encourage people to aware about orangutan conservation? And probably you can share how people can take action together to support the foundation.
Yeah, we are working together. Yeah, when I'm mentioning that it is really together. Yeah, because we established several MOUs with leading university in Indonesia, such as University of National, and then Gajah Mada University, IPB, certain labs, leading labs in Indonesia. And with those university, usually we come to, sometimes we give a speech in the class.
Okay.
For educational purpose.
We are doing the seminars, etc., etc.
Okay. Yeah.
And we establish research together with them sometimes, like setting camera trap in the field.
So yeah, if you guys want to know more about BOS Foundation, you can visit the Instagram. So this is BOS Foundation, and you can just scroll and look into what they're doing right now and to be updated about the orangutan. And you can also give your charity here also, right? Mas Anton. All right. So thank you so much, Mas Anton, for sharing with us about the importance and the role of orangutan. So we wish you luck and BOS Foundation to have a very,
To preserve
orangutan and to have a good future in preserving orangutan. Thank you.
Thank you for coming, Mas Anton, and greetings for all your friends in BOSF, of course, for all the volunteers and the committee as well. Thank you.
Right.
Good job.
Thanks.
All right, we're going for a quick break, everyone, and after this one, Paul will return with a recap from the world of sports. Don't go anywhere.